Hey, dreamers, welcome back to your Dream Coach podcast. I'm Shayla Wey. I am a small business coach, a growth strategist, and believer that when your dream life starts, the moment you lead like you mean it. Well, this podcast is all about leadership, fulfillment, and growth. And today's episode is a big one. It's all about how to handle hard conversations like a true leader. Because let's face it, when you are running a business, you're leading a team, or growing personally, hard conversations are part of the territory. And how you navigate them doesn't just define you as a leader, it defines the kind of culture and relationships that you're building. So I'm not here to give you the textbook version. I'm here to share with you what I've actually found works, what helped me build teams, coach entrepreneurs, and really grow a business that's both soul aligned and scalable. So let's jump in. The first thing is avoidance is going to build those walls, not bridges. So when something isn't working, whether it's a toxic team dynamic, a misaligned client, or even just a personal boundary, it won't fix itself. And yet so many of us avoid these hard conversations because we are afraid of discomfort. I used to avoid them too, thinking I was just keeping the peace. But what I've learned in this space is that peace that comes at the cost of honesty is just quiet chaos. So hard conversations, when they are done right, actually are going to build trust. They're going to create more clarity, and they open the door for better collaboration and deeper connection. So the first shift is understanding that avoiding it won't protect you. It just prolongs that pain. The second thing is to lead with curiosity, not assumptions. One of the best things that I've learned is to replace any judgment with curiosity. So instead of going into a conversation thinking, oh, they're lazy or they just don't care, I've learned to ask what's going on for them, or what do I maybe not know yet? So leading with curiosity disarms defensiveness. It opens up a space where there's real understanding and real solutions. And that's what will start to emerge. This is a powerful growth tool, really both personally and professionally. The third thing is your tone is louder than your words. I cannot stress this enough. You can say all of the right things, but if your energy is off, if you're tense, you're rushed, or resentful, it's going to come through. So what I have found is that how you feel going into a hard conversation matters just as much as what you plan to say. So take a beat, right? Ground yourself, get clear on your intention. Am I here to fix, to shame, or to understand? Leadership is energetic. So showing up with presence and composure is part of building the business that lasts a long, long time. The fourth is to prepare, but not to script. So early on, I would make the mistake of over prepping these tough conversations, writing out my points word for word, anticipating every comeback, and it made me sound robotic and disconnected. Now I prep differently. I get really clear on my intention, the main point I need to communicate, and what I'm available to co-create as a solution. So this allows me to really stay human and stay present, which makes all of the difference. The fifth thing is don't avoid emotion. Just navigate it. Emotions will come up. Yours, theirs. This doesn't mean that the convo is going wrong. It just means it's real. So the key is not to shut it down, but to guide it. So I can see this is bringing up some big feelings for both of us. Let's slow down for a second. Or phrasing it in a way where you might say, I want you to know I'm still here, even if this is tough to talk about. Okay? And just really owning it and just setting the stage of what's going on in the moment so everyone can just reset and then dive into the next piece of the conversation. Emotional intelligence is a leadership superpower, and the leaders who can really hold space during these messy moments, they're the ones that people will continue to follow and continue to grow alongside. Now, number 6 is all about clarity being kindness. One of the most powerful lessons that I've learned is this: clarity is not cruelty, it is kindness. It's kind to let somebody know where they stand, and it's kind to be upfront about expectations, boundaries, and next steps. When we try to soften the message too much, we really can create confusion, and confused people don't take aligned action. So be really clear. Be compassionate, but don't water down your truth. Number 7 is to own your part. When I've had the courage to say, here's where I communicated better, or I could have communicated better, or honestly, I just dropped the ball here, it transformed the whole dynamic. Why? Because it shows humility and responsibility. So owning your part doesn't mean you're weak. It makes you trustworthy. It models the kind of accountability that creates psychological safety and really fuels team growth. Number 8 is timing and environment matter. You don't have to have the conversation in the heat of the moment. In fact, you shouldn't. What I've found is that setting the tone before the talk matters. So, hey, I'd love to have a quick check in with you about something that I've been noticing. Can we chat tomorrow? So, this does two things. One is it in one line, it gives space. And in the second, it sets that person up. So it removes any uncertainty or them feeling ambushed and can start to build that respect. So both parties are prepared for what's going to come in that conversation. And it also gives some space before we have that conversation for both people to collect their thoughts going into the conversation. So choosing the right environment where it's private, it's calm, without distractions, that also really, really matters more than sometimes we think. Number 9 is you're responsible for their reaction. You're not responsible for their reaction, just the delivery part. So this one took me a while because I used to really obsess about whether somebody would be upset or spiral or quit. But the truth is you're not responsible for managing their emotions. You are responsible for showing up with the respect and the clarity. So when you detach from controlling their reaction, you lead more powerfully. So you speak your truth without guilt, and that is incredibly really freeing for both parties. And number 10 is this gets easier with practice. It's just like anything in leadership, this is a muscle. So the more you practice hard conversations, the more skilled, calm, confident you become. It starts to transform how you lead, how you hire, how you grow your business, and how you build your life. So when people know that you can handle the truth, they bring it to you. And that's how you start to build a culture of trust. That's how you grow a team that really lasts. And that's how you align with the version of you who's not afraid to go there. So here's what I want you to take from today's episode. Hard conversations are not roadblocks. They are doorways. Doorways to clarity, to connection, to growth. And the more you lean into them, the more powerfully that you will lead. So feel free to DM me on Instagram at Shayla Wey Coaching and let me know what your biggest takeaway was. Is there a hard conversation that you have been avoiding that now you feel ready to step into? Okay, I highly encourage you to take action. And if this episode spoke to you, share it with a leader in your life who's ready to grow. And don't forget to subscribe, leave a review so that we can keep building this dream, chasing leadership loving, impact driven community. Because your dream life starts with the way you lead, the way you live, and the way you grow. I'll see you next time on your Dream Coach podcast.